Royal drama explodes. Queen Camilla reportedly lost it when Princess Charlotte was unexpectedly granted a prestigious royal title, surpassing her own granddaughter. What really went down behind palace doors? Is this a game changer in the royal power struggle? Join us as we uncover all the shocking details in today's video. Let's dive in. What do you think about this latest royal drama? Drop a hot in the comments if you find this story super juicy, or MEH if you're not that into it. Don't forget to enjoy the video and hit that subscribe button to support the channel. It's been on my mind for a long time, the growing debates about climate change and environmental pollution that I feel very strongly about. I closely follow what others are doing and the announcements made with all the weight of tradition, presented in formal texts bearing the royal seal. And at exactly 10 a.m. London time, an announcement shook the entire world. The announcement wasn't just a routine update about a royal ceremonial visit. It was a historic moment. Princess Charlotte of Wales had officially been bestowed the title of Duchess of Edinburgh. This revelation sent social media into a frenzy, with royal commentators rushing to analyze the significance of this unprecedented move. For decades, people believed this title would go to Prince Edward, the son of Prince Philip, but instead, the throne was given to a 10-year-old girl, the granddaughter of Princess Diana. While the world welcomed this move as a bold and modern change for the monarchy, not everyone at Buckingham Palace was pleased. A royal source revealed that Camilla, the Queen, was furious upon hearing the news. She had worked tirelessly to secure her family's position within the royal lineage, but this decision once again drew a harsh line between those within the royal family and those outside of it, creating a rift with her own family. Camilla could not hide her disappointment upon learning that her grandchildren, despite standing by her side at royal festivals and appearing in processions, were not granted titles, positions, or a future within the institution. She felt humiliated that her family, despite receiving public recognition, remained nothing more than commoners. After Charlotte was bestowed a title of such historical significance, Camilla clearly felt that the royal palace had effectively frozen her family out. While Camilla felt deeply hurt, this decision sent a powerful message from the royal palace. It wasn't just a ceremonial gesture. It was a clear signal about who holds significance in the next generation of the throne. Camilla saw this decision not merely as a title, but as a public rejection, a slap in the face to the monarchy. As Charlotte's name became a global trend, the uproar echoed through the halls of the palace. The granting of the title Duchess of Edinburgh to Charlotte was not just a symbolic gesture, but a major shift in royal tradition. It sent a powerful message from the palace about who will truly lead the monarchy in the future. Previously, it was believed that this title would be given to Prince Edward, the youngest son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, but the monarchy has evolved, and this decision marked a dramatic step beyond expectations. At just 10 years old, Charlotte now holds a title of significant historical importance, proving that the future of the monarchy is being secured by a new generation. The granting of this title bypassed Edward, who was expected to inherit it from his father. This move marks a clear shift in the royal family's perspective, signaling a changing of the guard and paving the way for a new generation to lead the monarchy in the future. Duty and honor, this is a crucial moment in Charlotte's journey to becoming a key figure in the future of the royal family. Why Charlotte? Why now? Insider sources believe that this decision was carefully planned by King Charles III, along with Prince William and senior advisors, who recognized the strategic importance of giving Charlotte a more substantial role, one beyond mere ceremonial status, in a monarchy that is continuously modernizing. Charlotte represents the best of both the past and the future. She is the granddaughter of Princess Diana, one of the most beloved figures in modern royalty, and the daughter of Kate Middleton, the most admired royal woman since Diana. Charlotte embodies innocence, grace, and is the ideal image of a contemporary young princess. Charlotte has been the center of attention since her birth, displaying a calmness beyond her years and a natural charm that captures the hearts of all. More importantly, Charlotte's position in the line of succession is significant. Under the Succession to the Crown Act of 2013, she cannot be displaced by any younger brothers, a historic change. This ensures that she retains her position as fourth in line to the throne, following Prince George and ahead of Prince Louis. Granting Charlotte the title of Duchess of Edinburgh is a clear sign that the monarchy is preparing her for a much more significant role than simply being a royal figure. Some sources suggest that this decision lays the groundwork for Charlotte's potential promotion to royal princess, a traditional title reserved for the eldest daughter of the monarch. A royal advisor secretly revealed that it's no longer just about ribbons and smiles. Charlotte is being groomed to carry the legacy of the monarchy. Charlotte has attended important royal ceremonies with grace since she was young, from her precise curtsy at Queen Elizabeth's funeral, her polite presence at the Platinum Jubilee, to her quiet confidence while marching in significant events. The world has witnessed her growth, not only as a princess but also as a cornerstone of the royal image for the future. Her new title strengthens her role and grants her a prominent position and dignity within the royal family. While many have welcomed this change, not all members of the royal family see it as a reason to celebrate. Some view this decision as a powerful political move, placing Diana's family at the center of the monarchy's future vision, while excluding those not of Windsor blood. For Queen Camilla, this isn't just disappointment. It's an insult to her granddaughter, Elisa, who had previously been positioned behind Charlotte in the family. Family gatherings have now become a distant memory, with Charlotte rising to prominence while Elisa remains invisible. For Camilla, the pain is evident as she realizes her family is not being treated equally alongside the other royal grandchildren. This has become an unbearable thorn in her side, especially as Charlotte is remarkably promoted. Camilla, a devoted grandmother, feels this pain acutely, as her family has 5 grandchildren through her, yet they are not valued within the monarchy. The message of this change is clear. This is Charlotte's time. Her new title not only marks a historic turning point, but also signals a crown waiting for her. It is a promise of a bright future for the post-Elizabeth and post-Diana monarchy, with the House of Wales standing at the center of it all. Charlotte, with her grandmother's fire and her mother's grace, is poised to become a symbol for the new generation of the royal family. Tom and Laura, children whom Camilla deeply cherishes, would otherwise be respected individuals in British high society. Among them is Eliza Lopez, the beautiful and intelligent granddaughter who made headlines in 2011 as a flower girl at the wedding of William and Kate. Dressed in an ivory satin gown and clutching the train of Catherine's dress, she was swept into the global royal orbit, a small child in a historic moment. Camilla saw this as a glimmer of hope, a sign that, despite not having Windsor blood, one day her grandchildren might be valued within the royal family. However, over the years, all of this has faded. Unlike Charlotte, George, and Louis, who have been raised from a young age to take on royal roles, Elisa and her cousins have quietly been pushed aside. No titles, no patronage, no position in the priority hierarchy, despite the fact that their grandmother has become queen. Camilla is firm in her belief that her family is not royal, and this is deeply painful for her. Camilla has always believed that once she became queen, her family would be given the respect they deserved. However, the reality has shown that her family is not seen as legitimate royalty. This exclusion did not happen suddenly but was a deliberate one, continuously masked by polite smiles and vague promises. Invitations to public events are rare, and when it comes to royal matters, Camilla's grandchildren are treated as outsiders, looking in through the gates. Witnessing Charlotte, a girl only slightly older than Elisa, receiving a title of historical significance has stirred up all the wounds Camilla had tried to hide. According to sources close to the Queen, this choice deeply hurt her. It wasn't because she disliked Charlotte, but because it was a public reminder that her bloodline would never be considered royal enough. She confided in her friends that this move was unnecessary, divisive, and deliberately cruel. Camilla was quoted at a private event saying, "It's not about jealousy, but about recognition and respect. My grandchildren have been treated like ghosts in a family obsessed with appearance and legacy. Being excluded is worse than being criticized because it shows you were never noticed in the first place." For a woman who spent decades rising from mistress to queen, the prospect of her own flesh and blood disappearing from the royal story is deeply troubling. What's even more painful is that Camilla's grandchildren are charming, sociable, and fully capable of participating in public life. However, ability is not the crucial factor in the monarchy. It's bloodline and symbolism. And the symbolism is unmistakable. Diana's grandchildren are now wearing the royal crown, while Camilla watches from the sidelines. Wow, the royal drama is heating up like never before. What do you think about Diana's grandkids taking the crown while Camilla's are left on the sidelines? Drop a comment sharing your thoughts. Who do you support in this saga? Don't forget to hit that like button and share the video to spread this juicy story. There has been no press release mentioning this dissatisfaction, nor any assistant admitting to it, but within the palace, there is a clear reality. Camilla may have earned the queen's crown, but her family will never inherit the legacy. The tension in the palace began with the announcement of Charlotte's new title. According to many within the royal family, what initially started as a calm discussion behind closed doors quickly turned into one of the most tense private moments Buckingham Palace has witnessed since the time of Diana. The scenario was simple. A private press meeting at Clarence House regarding the public reaction to the new royal title granted to Princess Charlotte. However, when Camilla saw the headlines announcing that Charlotte of Wales had been made Duchess of Edinburgh, with Diana's granddaughter stepping into the spotlight as the future queen, something shifted within her. She slammed the file folders shut, and an assistant later explained that Camilla was visibly shaken. Camilla's entire demeanor shifted, her face twisting with frustration as if witnessing a personal betrayal. The calm exterior she usually maintained cracked, followed by an outburst of intense bitterness. She accused senior advisors of undermining her bloodline and turning the monarchy into a popularity contest. Above all, she felt disrespected, despite having sacrificed so much to reach her position. A witness, who refused to be named, stated that she stormed toward the fireplace and threw a piece of news into the flames. Not just about Charlotte, but about everything over the decades. Camilla exclaimed, "They've erased my family's name from history. Is this what I get after sacrificing everything for this family?" For Charles's staff, the shock was inevitable. A longtime female employee, quietly waiting to leave the room, couldn't bear to see the queen collapse so freely. What startled them most was the fury, but even more frightening was the visible pain, the rare fragility of Camilla, who had spent decades presenting herself as calm and untouchable. Yet in that moment, she was not the queen, but a grandmother lamenting the royal fate, realizing that her grandchildren would never be able to confront Charles. The worst moment came when she turned to Charles. Several sources have confirmed that Camilla confronted the king directly, accusing him of favoring Diana's children and catering to William and Kate's wishes. Charles, exhausted after weeks of political tension, was caught off guard. Camilla shouted, "Say something, Charles! You let this happen. You let them push my family away like dust." Staff quickly intervened, offering polite words and a gentle redirection to calm the situation. Camilla, visibly shaken, asked to be excused and retreated to her private quarters. However, the damage was done, and by the next morning, news of her outburst had spread throughout court circles. Some in the court felt sympathy for Camilla, while others were quietly horrified. Senior courtiers were reportedly heard saying they had never seen Her Majesty so broken. Although no official statement was made, the silence from Camilla's camp became a powerful message to those who could read between the lines. Camilla's outburst erupted not on the front pages, not before the cameras, but within the very heart of the royal palace. This revealed a painful truth. It wasn't just about a title. It was the story of a woman who, despite wearing the crown, felt as though she had lost everything. While Camilla's fury erupted behind closed doors, Catherine, Princess of Wales, remained calm, graceful, and silently triumphant. She didn't gloat, didn't speak out, and didn't seek a title for her daughter. When Charlotte was granted the title of Duchess of Edinburgh, Catherine demonstrated that in the royal family, power doesn't always have to be displayed loudly. Sometimes, silence, stillness, or a subtle shift in the background changes everything. Kate Middleton has mastered the heritage game behind every royal engagement, the carefully planned portraits, and the heartwarming moments shared with the public. Kate plays chess, not checkers, with steady hands. Her public image remains unshaken, and her influence over both Prince William and King Charles continues to grow. She has solidified her children's position at the center of the monarchy. Now, Charlotte's promotion to Duchess of Edinburgh marks Kate's final checkmate move against Camilla. This is no accident. It's a meticulously calculated strategy. Over the course of a year, William is said to have lobbied subtly, emphasizing Charlotte's growing prominence and the importance of a bold move in reflecting the modern monarchy. Given William's outward-facing diplomatic approach, many wonder if Kate was the hidden architect of this strategy. With her patient style, Kate never directly asks for anything, instead making her point through actions. She doesn't need to denounce Camilla or embarrass anyone. She simply stands firm and gains the trust and admiration of the British people. Ongoing polls consistently show Kate as the most admired woman in the monarchy. Charlotte, with her perfect curtsies and grace as a modern-day princess, has won the hearts of the public, evoking the elegance of Diana. Each time Charlotte appears, the British people feel the innocence and gentleness she brings. Kate has succeeded in establishing her daughter as a role model, and this move is not just a symbolic change but a meticulous preparation for a grand future. On the other hand, Camilla has struggled relentlessly to rebuild her image within the royal family. Despite wearing the crown, she has never won the public's heart and feels like an intruder, constantly compared to Diana. She remains haunted by the past, unable to escape the shadow of the woman she replaced, and feels she cannot compare to the other women in the family. While Charlotte shines, Camilla can't help but feel that she will never be fully recognized as an official part of the royal family. Kate, with calm and strategic grace, showed that there's no need to speak loudly or flaunt her strength. Everything unfolded like a finely orchestrated plan, with Charlotte shining without any opposition or provocation. When Charlotte's title was announced, Kate simply offered a sweet smile, said nothing, and carried on with her duties. She knew her steadfastness and maternal love would speak volumes. King Charles III, amid royal duties and domestic unrest, found himself caught between two difficult choices. As monarch, he faced family divisions that were not just political or financial but deeply emotional. The rift between Camilla and Catherine was no longer silent. It had become public. Charles knew that granting Charlotte's title was a pivotal shift for the monarchy, a bold signal of the need to modernize, even if it risked wounding the royal family. When the decision was made to elevate Charlotte to Duchess, it wasn't merely a formality, it was a deliberate move. Charles held meetings to discuss the matter, fully aware of the symbolism it carried. Though he anticipated Camilla's reaction, he also recognized that the monarchy's future hinged on modernization. So, despite the pain, he gave his final approval, placing his faith in the future of his daughter and granddaughter. Camilla endured decades of public hostility and private trials for the love of the man she chose. A lifetime of fighting to prove herself, she hoped that as queen, she would be recognized not just for herself but for her family too. She envisioned an inclusive monarchy where her lineage could stand alongside the Windsors. Yet, the reality was that William and Kate, the monarchy's golden couple, had won the public's favor, and now their children, George and Charlotte, had become symbols of tradition and the continuation of Diana's legacy. Though king, Charles keenly understood the tensions within his family, especially when forced to choose between Camilla and William, Kate, and their children. After years of striving to protect Camilla, he now had to chart a path toward the monarchy's future, even if it meant hurting his family. Camilla longed for her family to be respected, but Charles chose William and Kate's path to safeguard the crown for a new generation. This decision not only placed his family in a difficult position, but also reflected the inevitable evolution of the monarchy. William and Kate, with calm and refined strategy, quietly positioned their children at the heart of the royal narrative. They didn't need to speak out or oppose anyone, only to earn the public's trust. Charlotte, their daughter, is now not just a beloved child, but also bears the responsibility and legacy of the monarchy. Kate understood that her strength didn't need to be overt to wield immense influence, a truth underscored when Charlotte was granted the title of Duchess of Edinburgh. For Camilla, Charlotte's ennoblement was not just a personal loss but a public rejection, signaling that her lineage would never be strong enough to shape the monarchy's future. Her relentless efforts to secure a place for her family within the royal fold crumbled as she realized titles and honors belonged to those with greater influence and public acclaim. Camilla painfully accepted that, despite being queen, her granddaughter would be sidelined while Charlotte rose in the spotlight. When the decision was made to bestow the title on Charlotte, it was not merely a ceremonial gesture but a clear shift in the monarchy's future. The crown was no longer just a symbol of singular power but of a continuing legacy. Every decision, every gesture carried weight beyond protocol. And through this, the royal family acknowledged that the future belonged to the House of Wales. Charlotte, with her grace and traits reminiscent of her grandmother, Princess Diana, was being groomed for a greater role ahead. After Charlotte received her title, Camilla faced the harsh reality that her grandchildren would never be fully recognized within the monarchy. Charlotte's rise forced Camilla to see that, despite being queen, her family could not fully integrate into the royal system. Though she had sacrificed much to reach her position, it was ultimately a system that had evolved, leaving no room for all. Camilla witnessed Charlotte's ascent and her own retreat, swift and inevitable. Ultimately, this shift didn't stem from speeches or scandalous headlines, but from the elevation of a child. Charlotte, with her new title, not only marked a significant step toward the monarchy's future, but also fundamentally altered perceptions within the royal family. Meanwhile, Camilla, though queen, faced the stark truth that her lineage no longer held a firm place in the royal future. The crown decisively passed on, and the Parker Bowles family faded from the narrative of the British monarchy. Wow, what a royal shakeup! Camilla's reaction to Princess Charlotte snagging that title over her granddaughter has us all on the edge of our seats. What do you think about this drama? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're Team Charlotte. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the latest royal tea. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video.